Okay, I'll give you the gift. So this happened a few years back when I was married to my ex-wife Sarah. We're coming up on our 10th anniversary, which is supposed to be this big milestone, right? I'd already been planning for weeks. Got her this beautiful necklace she'd been eyeing at the jewelry store. Booked our favorite restaurant, the whole thing. Then 3 days before our anniversary, Sarah walks up to me with this perfectly wrapped gift box. She hands it to me with this weird smile and goes, "Here's your anniversary gift to me. Give it to me on our anniversary." I just stared at her. "What do you mean, my gift to you?" She's like, "Well, I picked something out that I really want. So just give this to me on our anniversary and act surprised when I love it." I'm standing there holding this box thinking, are you seriously telling me what to buy you for our anniversary? After 9 years of me picking out thoughtful gifts that you wear all the time? She just shrugged and said, "I wanted to make sure I got something I actually wanted this year." That stung. Like, really stung. Because every year I'd spend weeks thinking about what would make her happy. I'd notice when she'd stop and look at something in a store window, or when she'd mention liking something her friend had. But apparently none of that mattered anymore. So that night, I'm lying in bed thinking about this box sitting on our dresser, and I'm getting more and more annoyed. Finally, I decide I need to know what's in there. I sneak out to the kitchen and grab my pocket knife. Then I very carefully slice through the tape, trying not to damage the wrapping paper at all. Inside was this gorgeous diamond bracelet. I'm talking like $2,000 worth of diamonds, way more than I'd ever spent on jewelry before. And suddenly it all made sense. She didn't think my gifts were thoughtful enough anymore. She wanted me to spend more money, a lot more money. I sat there staring at this bracelet thinking, you know what? If you want to pick your own gift, then you're gonna get exactly what you asked for. The next day I went to the craft store, bought some macaroni, some string, and gold spray paint. Spent my afternoon making this elaborate macaroni bracelet. I painted each piece of pasta gold and strung it together real carefully. Then I put it in the same jewelry box, wrapped it back up perfectly. You couldn't even tell I'd opened it. Our anniversary comes around and we go to Antonio's, this little Italian place we've been going to for years. We order our usual drinks, share an appetizer, and everything seems normal. Then Sarah gets this excited look and goes, "Okay, time for gifts." She slides her gift to me across the table first. It's this nice watch I'd mentioned wanting months ago. Actually thoughtful. Then I hand her the gift bag with her real presents, the necklace, some perfume she liked, and then the rewrapped jewelry box. She opens everything else first, smiling and saying thank you. But I can tell she's just waiting to get to that box. The one she thinks has the diamond bracelet. Finally, she picks it up and starts unwrapping it super carefully. She's practically vibrating with excitement. She opens the jewelry box and her face just freezes. She's staring down at this gold macaroni bracelet like she can't process what she's seeing. The silence goes on for like 10 seconds. People at other tables are starting to look over. Finally, she looks up at me and whispers, "What is this?" I take a sip of my wine and go, "It's your anniversary gift, the one you picked out for yourself." Her eyes get huge. This isn't what was in the box. I know, I made some improvements. She starts getting red in the face. "Where's my bracelet? The real one?" I lean back in my chair and smile. "Oh, that? I returned it. Bought myself a new fishing rod instead." She completely lost it right there in the restaurant. Started yelling about how I ruined everything and how could I be so cruel. I just sat there eating my pasta while she had her meltdown. We divorced 6 months later.